And now I am inviting Dr. Kanchan Ulpadi. She is from Jaipur and a short experience with homeopathy, but she is a wonderful person. She won the gold medal in BHMS from Delhi University, and she has already presented 5 international presentations around the world. You cannot believe such a young dynamic person has done within a short span of 1 year, has made 5 presentations. Very recently, just last month, she visited Switzerland and made a presentation and have a consultation with some patients there in Switzerland. So this shows the power of homeopathy. I am proudly welcoming Dr. Kanchan Ulpadi to present her presentation. Proudly welcome. Welcome, ma'am.
Honored to be here, and as Dr. Dhanish said, that within a span of only 1 year, I have presented 5 presentations internationally. That's all because of my belief in homeopathy. What actually triggered me, you can say, or intrigued me was like when I saw my seniors and super senior who were leaving homeopathy and were towards other courses. And I was like, why are they actually leaving the course which they have given 5.5 years to achieve the degree? And I was really very shocked. But then I personally had a story and a lot of stories regarding my own treatments which made me believe in homeopathy a lot more. And when I went for my first presentation internationally in Switzerland, I was like, to make an impact of homeopathy all over the world, not in just one country, and why not to start with our own country? And it was from my own college, Nehru Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital. So this thing to present and to make homeopathy more impactful throughout the world, it started when I had my own case of Barrett's 4, which was detected as a malignant condition going towards more severity. So I was like, how to treat it with homeopathy only? Why to take allopathy? And with that, after a few months, a span of 6 to 7 months, the Barrett's 4 turned to Barrett's 2, and it was a huge accomplishment for me also because I treated my own case. And it is according to aphorism, it is according to Organon also, that physician is the best prover, as I say, the ideal prover. So for me, I was the ideal prover, and this thing made me the proud of myself, and I was the one who was like, if you are willing to do something, you can do it, because every story has a story and you have nothing to do if you don't believe anything you are doing already. So your work should be your passion. It should not be just a load that you are doing it just because it is a workload, you have to do it. No, it should be your passion. If it is your passion, then you can accomplish a lot more what you have expected from yourself. So today I'm going to present homeopathic treatment for pediatric sleep disorders, the conditions in children and adolescents, which I have done through a critical narrative review. I have read many papers, research papers, then made a critical review, systematic review. And the reason for presenting only why this lecture only, if you say, I would say the reason being, I am organizing a symposium on pediatric sleep disorders. I know, being very young, I'm not having so much experience, but I'm learning every day. So the purpose of organizing the symposium is to make the students aware, who are my juniors, the youth. I want to make them aware that there is a lot to achieve in homeopathy and not to deviate their path from this field. There's a lot to feel proud on their self. So starting with this presentation, I would like to say that being a member of German Sleep Society, European Sleep Society, and finally now the member of Indian Sleep Society, which is in AIIMS, Delhi, who were shocked to see that, okay, a homeopath wants to join Indian Sleep Society for research. And I was like, sir, I'm submitting my form. It's up to you whether you select or whether you applaud me. They were like, why not to select? And I was like, you have no option to not select me. because homeopathy is equal to conventional medicine for me, apart from a few exceptions which we all know, be it surgery or some other conditions. So finally they selected me and accepted my membership. So here we go with the presentation. Okay, just because there is short of time, so I would like to present the whole presentation which is summarized in a poster form, so it would be better to present in short and within the time limits. So the background we all know, pediatric sleep disorders like bruxism, the other conditions like insomnia, anxiety, which affects children's development and emotional health. This all includes the disorders which are affecting children day by day, and we all know that in OPDs we get such cases very often. And for that we mostly neglect one thing, that is the counseling of the parents as well, along with the children which are coming with them. So, yeah, better. Thank you. So, adenotonsillar hypertrophy, which can lead to obstructive sleep apnea, is one of the conditions which is worsening the sleep issues. Homeopathy addressing physical, emotional. Oh, okay. Okay, sir.
You make it like this.
Thank you everyone for helping me manage this. I think this is the power of homeopathy, like, right? This is the unity, I would say. Yes, despite several studies, the evidence of homeopathy's effectiveness remains inconclusive, and this is for sure. We can believe something, but we cannot trust anything so blindly without evidences. This review examined its efficacy for pediatric sleep disorders, focusing on bruxism, anxiety, and adrenotrophic hypertrophy related disturbances. So, as per the whole study, the methods and materials which were used were, the focus was basically on like sleep bruxism, insomnia and anxiety and ATH related disorders. So there was a comprehensive research which was done, and it was conducted across several relevant databases, Scopus indexed journals. Because whenever I present anywhere, they want to see whether the journals are Scopus indexed or not. So I think research plays an important role, and I have started doing a lot in research because I want to make it more impactful with all the evidences. Because if we have done some research, then we must be having the evidences from where the data has been taken. So to prove that, I have collected all the data. I have read all the RCTs, like 15 RCTs were taken here, 8 systematic reviews, 20 review articles, 22 case reports, and some case series from 2024 narrative reviews, and some of my own OPD cases as well. The cases which I started, like the OPD which I started a year ago. 15 pediatric OPD cases with sleep disorders received individualized homeopathic treatment with outcomes monitored over 15 days, and there were great results within this span of time. Studies on homeopathy for sleep disorders related to ATH were also included, with evidence quality assessed based on methodology and adherence to evidence-based principles. Now, when we talk about the most frequently used remedies, these were according to the different categories with which the patients were suffering, especially the children, not the adolescents. Insomnia in children, in which the medicine Passiflora incarnata was very effective. The other remedies we can say Cinna, Phosphorus, Merck, Core. Because the Merck group, I'm not being partial, but I've seen very great results of the Merck group, be it Merck iode, be it Merck corrosive, or the other remedies. When we talk about bruxism, there is one remedy which has excellent results, that is Melissa officinalis, as per the systematic reviews, but I would be very honest that I have not used the remedy yet, so this is based on the systematic reviews. The next is obstructive sleep apnea, where Lachesis has great results. Ammonium carb, which I have personally seen in my OPD cases as well, that ammonium carb has really great effects. Very good results. Baraita carb is equally very good. So when we talk about the other anxiety related issues, I would say this is all based on the systematic reviews, but only the constitutional remedy. We don't know which remedy is the best for anxiety sleep disorders, which I have personally felt. We cannot be prejudiced based on the systematic reviews or any other thing. Maybe after some years, if someone makes a systematic review of our cases which we have compiled, and the other students or the future youth, they compiled our cases, there might be some other remedies. So this whole depends on the constitution of the patient, not on any other remedies. This is what individualization is. Now the results and discussions. So here, very straight, Melissa officinalis and Phytolacca decandra helped manage bruxism, suggesting their potential benefits. So the 15 OPD pediatric cases assessed in the OPD, 9 showed improvement, while 6 showed only a little improvement, or we can say just improved the cases as which can be said manageable. Conditions like snoring and teething showed less responsiveness with homeopathy, and here is the point which I will also present in my coming symposium, and there I will try to make it a point that we get more and more case reports to prove that which are the remedies which shows, as based on the evidence, the improvement in snoring and the teething. So this is the bibliometric map which is not clearly visible here, which I have made with all my heart, because I wanted to show that yes, this is the evidence and this has come from the research and other. So here is the conclusion which we all know, that homeopathy is effective, but it should be very clear that we all should know what are our limitations and how to overcome the limitations, not to settle down for less. We have to achieve more. Thank you very much. It's very